Welcome to episode 136 of Business Growth School for Service Providers. I'm your host Ali Salman, and this podcast is brought to you by Rapid Boost Marketing, online marketing for service providers. Today we have a very interesting topic, right? Secret behind most profitable online marketing campaigns. Before I tell you the secret, let me ask you a question. When was the last time your campaign wasn't working? So, what did you do? Most of the small businesses, most of the service providers I talk to, a lawyer, dentist, plumber, a landscaping guy, or a paving company, and I'll say, okay, hey, you know what? You spent $3,000 in Google AdWords. And they're like, yeah, our campaign didn't work out. We just got 3 leads and we shut it down. And recently I was talking to a law firm and they said, yeah, you know what? We were blogging for a while and we didn't got any traction, so we shut it down. And similarly, there was a landscaping company I recently talked to, and I said, okay, you know what? The display campaign you were running, what were the results about? Like, what were the results? And they said, well, we didn't see really good ROI on it. So, after running it for 5 weeks, we basically, first we increased our budget, and even then, if we didn't saw the results, then when we shut down the campaign. But what people don't realize, and what especially businesses don't realize, and a lot of a marketing professionals understand that secret behind most profitable online marketing campaigns is testing, tweaking, testing. So basically, end of the day, it's continuous testing and tweaking. What I've done in the show notes, and you'll see that how we actually test in different ways. A couple of examples I've shown you around just testing a simple headline of a blog, right? And you will see that by having different headline on a blog, how it impacts the click-through ratio of that blog. We tested the two headlines. So one was 6 ways to improve conversion rate for your pay-per-click and Google AdWords. And the second headline was how to improve AdWords and PPC conversion rate. Very, very interesting, right? One says 6 ways to improve, the other said how to improve. And you will see in the show notes that one is clear winner over the other. Another example we ran was between two headlines. The first one was, have you been Instagram shadow banned? The other one was, your Instagram engagement can be down because of this reason. Clearly, the second one, your Instagram engagement can be down because of this reason. This was a clear winner. Has a very high engagement rate, right? So, idea is that if you're not testing, how would we know that there's a chance for improvement? In this case, we could have used one headline and we would have just let it go. So anything when you're doing it, when it comes to online marketing, especially your campaigns, yes, your campaign strategy and direction is one. That's you're achieving your goal. But you have to keep continuously testing, tweaking, testing, and make improvements. Another example I've attached in the show notes is about heat maps of our clients, right? Now, if you see that I've included two kind of maps. One is scroll map. The other one is heat like a click data. And click data clearly shows us where people are clicking, what kind of information they're consuming. And the scroll data clearly shows us that where people on the website, what parts of the website they're visiting. On the home page, it clearly shows us that after the first fold, only 54% people proceed. That means that 46% of the people are actually making a decision in the first fold of the website. Now, we wouldn't have that all this kind of information if we are not testing it, right? So this shows us that what we can improve, what changes and tweaks we can make. And guess what? You cannot do that with a radio campaign. You cannot do that with your billboards and a signboard. But you can do that very, very fast with your AdWords, with your email campaign, with your social media, with your online, anything online, you can change it very, very fast, right? Secondly, what I've done is I've enclosed a whole infographic on why you should be basically testing and tweaking in your marketing, because that will save you time, money, and effort, right? And this, infographic goes, much more depth that what you should be doing, what things you should be optimizing it for: colors, headlines, background, images, this thing, that thing. End of the day, the idea is that if you're not uh, trying new things and keep improving and keep testing, you are basically complacent. And let's say if you convert at 4%, you will be converting at 4%, you will never improve. So, but if you want to improve at 5%, 6%, 7%, or 8%, make sure that you're testing and tweaking. And also, if your campaigns are not working, before killing it, always test and find out that by changing the campaign, can that impact the results or not. I'll catch you tomorrow bright and early in episode 137 of Business Growth School for Service Providers. I'm your host Ali Salman, and this podcast is brought to you by Rapid Boost Marketing, online marketing for service providers. Have a good day, guys. Make it count. Bye bye.